Hey guys, it's me, Nar. That must mean it's time for news. It's iNPLACENEWS.com right here on YouTube with your top headlines in under 10 minutes. We're the only place that does it, people. Let's get started off with news from the presidential primary race. Former Republican rival Mitt Romney endorses John McCain. Huckabee says he's not bowing out. Clinton squeezes a win in Nevada, and a former Republican senator backs Obama. Let's take a look at an AP Campaign Minute.
This is AP Campaign Minute. What a difference a week makes. Former presidential candidate Mitt Romney is now endorsing John McCain. Romney says the Arizona senator is capable of leading the country at a dangerous hour. He's also asking his 280 delegates to join him in supporting McCain. Not everyone's joining Team McCain. Mike Huckabee says he's staying in the Republican race, even though he only has 242 delegates to McCain's 843. The former Arkansas governor has performed well among evangelical conservatives, giving McCain a scare in several southern states. More than a week after voters cast their ballots, New Mexico officials have finally declared a winner in their Democratic caucuses, Senator Hillary Clinton winning the state's contest by a slim margin, and she'll get 14 delegates to the National Convention. Her opponent, Barack Obama, will get 12. A former Republican senator says he's backing Obama. Lincoln Chafee of Rhode Island says Obama is the best person to restore the nation's credibility. Chafee left the Republican Party last year and lost his seat to a Democrat in the 2006 elections. Tim McGuire, The Associated Press.
President Bush pressured the House on Thursday to finish a bill giving the government more leeway to eavesdrop on phone calls and emails of suspected terrorists. But when House Democrats didn't budge, a mob of angry Republicans stuck pacifiers in their mouths, cried, and declared they were leaving. No, seriously, the Republicans actually staged a walkout.
House Republicans staged a walkout. They were protesting the refusal of House Democrats to bring up a bill giving the government greater power to monitor emails and phone calls of suspected terrorists. Instead, with most Republicans absent, the House approved contempt citations against White House Chief of Staff Josh Bolten and former counsel Harriet Miers. President Bush said he would delay his Africa trip to be able to sign a new surveillance bill before the current one expires this weekend.
Failure to act would harm our ability to monitor new terrorist activities and could reopen dangerous gaps in our intelligence.
Democrats charge the president is fear-mongering. They repeatedly stress national security will not be hurt by a short lapse in the law.
The authority given under the Protect America Act remains in effect. And if there are new targets, the FISA court has full authority to give every authority to the administration to act.
At issue is whether telecommunications companies that helped with surveillance after 9/11 should get retroactive immunity against lawsuits. The president says that protection, which is in the Senate bill, is vital. It is not in the House bill. Speaker Nancy Pelosi told key committee chairmen to start work on ironing out differences between the two bills. She believes that can be done in a few weeks. In the interim, she says existing surveillance laws will provide the necessary protection, but the president and other top officials say they will not have some critical powers they need in the fight against terrorism. Jerry Bodlander, The Associated Press, Capitol Hill.
Another disturbing shooting on the campus of a U.S. university. A gunman dressed in black opened fire with a shotgun and 2 handguns in a lecture hall at Northern Illinois University on Thursday, injuring as many as 22 people before he killed himself.
It's being described as a brief, rapid-fire assault that left students dead and injured on the campus of Northern Illinois University. Thursday afternoon, a man dressed in black opened fire with a shotgun and 2 handguns from the stage of a lecture hall here in Cole Hall on this college campus just outside of Chicago. The terror sent students and professors running for cover.
I'm just in complete shock. I don't even know what to think of people anymore.
Almost like nerve-wracking, almost like surreal. You weren't sure if anything was, if it was positive, if it was real or not, or anything like that. You just hear somebody say it's shooting, so you start running too.
School officials have released limited information about the gunman, but we do know he's a former graduate student in sociology who is not currently enrolled at the school.
I can confirm that the gunman is dead, and apparently from a self-inflicted wound.
One student tells an area TV station that the gunman appeared to target students in one part of the lecture hall.
I was sitting there, we had 10 minutes left of class, taking notes. All of a sudden, I just see this man out of the corner of my eye. He just seemed to appear. He was dressed all in black. He had a black ski cap on, and then I saw him shoot, and he aimed it at our professor.
Several victims were brought here to Kishwaukee Community Hospital, and at least a half dozen others taken to a hospital in Rockford.
They won't tell us. What they've told us is good and bad for some people. One gentleman I'm friends with is not looking too well for him.
All of those killed were students at NIU. Northern Illinois University kept students up to date through its website. At 3:20 p.m., reports of danger were posted, and by 4:31, all students were asked to call their parents following an all clear. And the mourning process has already begun. Classes for Friday have been canceled as the shooting investigation continues, and Valentine's Day here on the campus of Northern Illinois University will never be the same. Mark Carlson, The Associated Press, DeKalb, Illinois.
Those are your headlines from In Place News, the place for news. We're streaming it every day off our website, INPLACENEWS.com, and from your desktop. All you have to do is download the IPN desktop player. It's free. It doesn't take up much room on your hard drive, and it gives you a nice little streaming window of live news that you can watch right from your computer. It's INPLACENEWS.com. Thanks for joining us here on our top headlines on YouTube. We'll see you next week.